He's going to be fined. He don't have enough money to get him out of all the fines he's going to get. Don't play for hiding, baby. No place to run. You pull the trigger of mine. Love gun. Love gun. Love gun.
Mac Driver, you wanted to make a name for yourself in the United Wrestling Federation? Well, you've done just that. I'll tell you what you've done. You have made something very clear, that you know you cannot beat me fair and square. And Mac Truck, don't think I haven't forgotten about you, because one thing's for sure, the Lewis family will bring something to you that you will never, ever forget.
Mac Truck in the ring, scheduled to take on a newcomer here, the Italian Showcase. The Italian Showcase, Tony Giuliani will do battle with Big Mac Truck, and Giuliani, we've seen him in different organizations before. Not exactly known as a favorite of the fans.
Yeah, we've seen Tony Giuliani in the past in some other organizations in a tag team. Now we're seeing him in singles action against probably one of the most roughest, toughest men in the UWF, or anywhere for that matter, Mac Truck. Mac Truck, of course, has had a lot of issues recently with the Lewis family, but tonight he's in singles action against Tony Giuliani. First time we've seen Tony Giuliani in the UWF. And then, like we've been telling you, Tony Giuliani, he's been a champion in other places, but what we said earlier, the UWF, it don't matter what your past record's been in.
Right.
You come in here, you got to get it on.
Not only that, Giuliani has been teaming up one half of the Goodfellas. His partner had been called off to the Marine Corps.
Marine Corps, yes.
So Giuliani is having to come into the UWF on his own singles action.
It'll be quite interesting to see how he does in singles action. We haven't seen him much in singles action, but Mac Truck, he's at the top of his game right now, Dan. Everywhere we've seen Mac Truck, he's been rough, he's been tough, and he's been scoring victories left and right.
That is correct. Giuliani with a boot to the midsection and a neck breaker.
And, you know, Dan, like I said earlier, even though he's wrestling Tony Giuliani tonight, he's not done with the Lewis family, I don't think.
No, not by a long shot. A drop kick and a spinning kick by Giuliani.
And Truck goes out. This Tony Giuliani, Dan, I think he's been wrestling a year or so, probably. But he's made some good progress.
Maybe a year, year and a half at the most. Yeah, I mean, every time we see him, you know, he's wanting to try to keep climbing that ladder.
Yes, he has. Like I say, he's found tremendous success in tag team, but now in the singles arena, as you know, Dan, this is a totally different ballgame.
That is correct.
But Dan, still, I just can't get over this big money. This is just totally preposterous. What's the UWF going to do now? How are they going to get that belt off that guy?
I don't know. You know, I don't know. You know, first of all, I don't think that he ever should have been a contender for the title to start with.
I agree with you there.
400-something pound man.
Dan, I don't argue with you at all. Like I said, it's that we Cheatham and Howe there, that law firm. They outsmart the UWF lawyers. And
you know, Gene, Jerry Reed used to sing a song about Amos Moses, who could eat his weight in groceries. Hell, he could eat the whole store. How can he be a light heavyweight, a cruiserweight? That doesn't make any sense.
I heard one time he went out with Luscious to have dinner. Luscious had a little salad, and he was eating the buffet. He had everything, big table spread out, everything on the buffet he had.
Very greedy.
Yeah, he is, no doubt about that. There's a kickoff by Tony Giuliani. And Mack Truck. Ever been to Italy, Dan? It's a nice country.
No, I've never been there.
Very nice country. A lot of my ancestors are there. Well, Truck continued to put a pounding here on Tony Giuliani. Dan, I think coming up next, we're going to have our Carolinas title match. That's going to be interesting.
Wow, what about that a little bit earlier? Dion Johnson comes out to make the challenge.
Well, Dan, when it comes to singles championship belts, you have no friends.
No.
Look at Giuliani here. Oh, look at this, Dan. Russian leg sweep.
He goes into it from a full arm ringer and connects.
Russian leg sweep from an Italian. How about that?
How international.
Yes, it is. Look at Giuliani there. He's on the roll right now. What's he going to do? Elbow, and down goes Mack Truck.
And Truck's momentum carried him out of the turnbuckle, and the elbow smash hit at a very close range.
It did. It had a lot of impact.
So therefore, I think it hit a whole lot harder, Gene.
Yes, it did, because it was so close, a lot of force to it. Look at this, Dan. Suplex. Truck blocks it.
He can't get him.
All right, he delivers on his own.
Vertical suplex is reversed.
Here's a cover.
2 count only. Couldn't quite get it there, Gene.
Well, Giuliani's held his own pretty well so far against Truck. Oh, rear chin lock. You know, Mack Truck, he's one thing about Mack Truck, whether you like him or don't like him, he's a straight-up guy. I have to say that about him. He'll tell you how he feels.
That's true.
And it's very, very true. And he's continuing to work on Giuliani here right now. Of course, Truck, as we mentioned earlier, is now aligned himself with Mack Driver. That's going to be I'll tell you, if I was Y2 Country, I'd be really worried.
That is right. Mack Truck using the middle rope.
Well, of course, now Mack Driver has I don't know what the conditions are here in the UWF. I'll have to ask David Cody, Mark Winslow. Can a man hold 2 belts? I don't know what those rules are here in the UWF. I don't have any idea.
I don't know. I mean, I wish I could give you an answer.
Right, right. That might stop the Big Mac attack from going after the tag team belts, at least for the short term. Look at Giuliani fighting back here. Duck that clothesline. Look at Truck. My goodness.
Power slam.
1, 2. Oh, he just got that shoulder up.
Giuliani knows that he was getting in trouble there, and he had to lift that shoulder up.
Oh, he sure did. He just barely got it up. Down goes Giuliani. Well, experience has got so much to do with it here, Dan. You know, Mack Truck has got a lot more experience than Tony Giuliani.
Giuliani now getting in trouble here in a bad kind of way.
Yes, he is.
Mack Truck working Giuliani over.
Yeah, Mack Truck has got the size advantage. He's got the power advantage. And Giuliani's just going to have to use a little... He's got to pull out all the stops. He's going to pull up an upset here.
Whatever he can, basically.
It would be an upset, to be honest.
Yeah, but he's new here to the UWF. He's relatively new to wrestling. He's in there with a veteran. He's going to have to do whatever he can or whatever it takes to try to beat Truck.
He'll have to cut to some shortcuts if he has to. But, you know, Mack Truck would do the same thing. We know that. We've seen Mack Truck. He'll use shortcuts. Look what he did earlier tonight. He helped thanks to him, Mac Driver's the United States champion.
But you know what? I will, however, say this. In Truck's defense, he did not lay one single hand on Nighthawk Jeff Lewis.
This is true, but sometimes it doesn't have to be physical. You know that, Dan. There can be a mental distraction or some sort of distraction. It doesn't have to be physical. Look at Truck. Again, Giuliani ducked that clothesline. Oh, no. Oh, my goodness. Right on that wooden floor.
Well, he bounced when he hit. We caught that right here in good range.
He sure did. His knees have got to be hurt.
His whole body.
Look at Truck.
Put a bad spill on the floor by Giuliani.
Yeah. He still hasn't recovered from that. Now Truck just getting back in enough to stop the count. Oh, my goodness, Dan, right on the floor.
Body slam.
My goodness. I don't know if the Italian Showcase can recover from this one.
I doubt it.
Truck continuing to punish Tony Giuliani, and then just gets back in and sneaks back out. I think Truck's kind of toying with him right now, Dan. But you better not get overconfident.
That's
one,
true.
That's one thing that happens a lot. Guys get so overconfident, and next thing you know, their shoulders are on the mat.
You can't take people lightly.
No, not in this business, not in the wrestling business. Any two men in their ring, you never know what could happen.
There's an old cliched saying about anybody can beat anybody on any given day.
It takes one distraction that can go the other way. Like, look at this right now.
He's not focused on Giuliani.
Not focused, you're right. Look at Giuliani with that drop kick.
And to be honest with you, that hit its mark.
It did.
That surprised him.
And now Truck is going to have to recover here. Giuliani's got a chance here, Dan, if he can just keep on him. Just keep on him. Reversal by Truck. Look at Giuliani on the middle rope. Setting up. Fine drop kick from the second rope, Dan.
Mike Truck now in trouble.
And Dan, I'm afraid to say we're going to have a visit to the ringside. The new United States champion. Mac Driver is slowly making his way to ringside. I don't know if he's in our camera range yet.
Not yet, Gene.
Meanwhile, Giuliani continuing to work on. Here's a roll-up. The kick out.
There's Driver.
There is Driver.
Totally in camera range now.
He certainly is. Again, got to give these guys credit, Dan. They help each other out. Look at this. He's sucking him in, Dan.
Giuliani is distracted by him as
Right.
well.
And again, it's not physical distraction. He's not putting a hand on him. Oh, he's setting him up, Dan. Choke slam time.
He's got him.
He's got him up in the air.
He dropped him.
Here's a cover. 1, 2.
And the Big Mac attack.
9 minutes, 25 seconds. Your winner, Big Mac Truck.
The Big Mac attack again assist each other in the victory.
Hey, buddy, there's another night. The Big Mac attack, brother. The Big Mac attack's in the house. We're going to take out everybody in our path.
Yeah, I guess you heard that, Gene.
Yeah, they're very confident right now, Dan. And who can blame them? Who can blame them?
Giuliani put up a heck of an effort, and just not enough to get the win.
Sure did.
Welcome to the UWF.
In 2 weeks, you've got Cruiser Lewis and the exotic one for the UWF heavyweight title. You got the athlete, you got the look, you got the ability, and then you got Cruiser Lewis, the loser. When I walk out of that ring with the title around my waist, straight to the hot tub and drink the champagne, and you got Cruiser Lewis in the hospital bleeding, you'll know who the best athlete in the building is that night. Michael Adrian, I want you to understand, this UWF title means more to me than it'll ever mean to you. Because I'm going to tell you what, I held this title 7 years ago. I held it longer than anybody. You're not going to take it from me.
we got the Black Angel. The current reigning UWF Carolinas heavyweight champion, taking on his partner, who issued the challenge earlier tonight, the freight train Dion Johnson. These guys definitely know each other really well, and
well, they sure do, Dan. You know, I think we're going to see some actual clean wrestling in this match for a change. No interference, no dirty tactics. I think both these guys have a lot of respect for each other, and I think they're going to play by the rules.
You know, Gene, I hate to bring this up, but it's been about maybe 6, 8, 9 months ago when these two were feuding. A Black Angel,
Yes, they were.
it wasn't here in the UWF. It was in another organization we do commentary for, APW. And they had a series of violent matches. And eventually, they had problems with a lot of other common enemies and wound up patching up their differences and teaming again. They've been teaming, wow, since what, about April or May, maybe?
Something like that, yeah. They did have they were a very successful tag team, then they did split. But it was only for a short time, Dan. They made the fences pretty quick. I think they realized this was the wrong thing to do.
And you know, I'll be honest with you, I think Angel with the offensive, it would be a very, very bad thing to see these two wind up battling it out again.
I don't think it's going to happen. I think, like I said, they mended their fences a few months back, and they have respect for each other, and I don't think we're going to have any more problems.
Can I get that mic off, the house mic?
Is that what's giving the feedback?
Yeah. And right now we got Angel and Johnson squaring off. You know, these guys know each other so very well.
Fans, want to apologize for that little noise you may be hearing in the back. They keep the house mic on here all the time because I guess I got to talk and give the call for time and all that. So we apologize for that little noise up there.
You may be hearing a small little hum here on video.
It's not Dan's hunger pains, believe me.
No, we had a nice meal earlier, Gene.
That's true. That's true. And Dan picked up the tab. Thanks, Dan.
Yeah, no problem, Gene. Can't ever accuse me of being a miser.
Maybe one day our boss, Mr. David Cody, will take us out and splurge on us. You never know.
Perhaps.
Yeah, maybe we can get that IC Delight. He's probably got some cash on him.
I don't want to go anywhere with him, Gene.
Well, meanwhile here, Angel trying to wear down Dion Johnson. Very effective here.
Got to roll up.
You want to try to wear down your man. You get a tremendous advantage where you can wear down your man like that. And it's a very clean legal hold, too. You know, it's not a choker.
You know, this match has been a throwback into the mid-70s, early 80s scientific match.
Flashbacks on us, please.
Very scientific encounter. I mean, you know, when was the last time you saw a scientific wrestling match?
Dan likes that old school stuff.
Well, I mean, this is what's on the marquee. It's professional wrestling. Holds, counter holds, that type of thing.
That's right. You know, people talk about this sports entertainment, and that's true. There's a lot of entertainment in wrestling, but when it comes down to nuts and bolts, oh, Dan.
Right in the knee. That
wasn't scientific.
No, and I don't know if it was intentional or not. That was very questionable. He turned, and as he did turn, his foot not planted, he caught him right in the knee. He said, I didn't mean to.
Yeah, I think Dion is saying it's an accident. But I was getting back to Dan. The bottom line is, even though there's a lot of entertainment in wrestling, still, you got to get it on in the ring. You got to do the moves, you know what I'm saying?
That's true. Now, the Black Angel, for the record, Gene, we want to say that he has had a history of knee problems. That's why that big black brace is on the knee.
And it was injured so bad about early in the year, Dan, we thought he was going to have surgery, but amazingly, he's been able to be a top form without surgery.
Rehab that knee back into good shape, but, I mean, he still has to take a lot of good care of it.
This is true. He has to be cautious, but he's a risk taker. You know, we've seen him with that flying headbutt.
That's true.
Tremendous move. From one side of the ring all the way to the other. He delivers that headbutt. He's put a lot of guys away with that flying headbutt.
Take a look at that overhand.
Yes. Very effective.
Well, he's got it like a chicken wing, but into a...
That can cause an excruciating pain there.
Sort of like a top wrist lock, what I'm trying to say,
It's very
Gene.
painful. It's very painful. But Angel fighting back here.
Knee right into the midsection. Well, they're really pulling out some moves I haven't seen
Oh, yeah.
in years.
Dan, you know, from this match on, every match now tonight is going to be a title match. Tremendous night of champions here in Greenville with the United Wrestling Federation. There's a cover. Angel got that shoulder up.
Already on the night of champions, Gene.
Got a title change. 2 title changes.
The light heavyweight title going to Big Money. The U.S. title going to Big Mac Driver. We have the Carolinas title on the line, the heavyweight title to be determined tonight of the world, and the tag team titles, and even the hardcore title.
It's going to be interesting. You got the Elite Swingers versus the Lewis family in this main event tonight. You know, the standard bearers, the torch bearers of the UWF, the Lewis family and the Elite Swingers battling for the most prestigious title in the UWF tonight.
Cruiser Lewis has held titles, man, so many that we'd take up the whole tape to talk about them.
This is a big chance for Michael Adrian, though. Tremendous opportunity for a young man who's only been in the business a couple of years to become the UWF champion.
He's setting him up for that flying headbutt. No.
Senton.
Nobody there.
No, Dan, I think he has his man really a lot farther out than that to deliver the headbutt.
Well, you know, I thought that's what he was going for. I've heard that it's been called that, he likes to call that headbutt the swan dive headbutt.
Yes, sir, that's absolutely correct.
And generally, most of the time, he flies 3/4 across the ring, a forearm shot across the back, and I wonder if the fist was closed. I'm not sure.
Well, so far, oh, look at Dion with that chop.
Knife-edge chop, but an open hand chop is legal, Gene.
Yes, it is. That's a very legal. He didn't use the fist. Angel got that shoulder up again. Oh, that's legal. That's right to the midsection. Forearms, wasn't it?
Those are closed fists.
Closed fist. Okay,
and the eye gouge from Johnson, that's we're seeing the rule book go out.
Well, Dan, when you get in the heat of battle, sometimes you know you're gonna take liberties. Look at this, Dan.
Sunset flip.
Kick out. But Dion had him there. Clothesline by the Angel, and down goes Dion Johnson. Very good match here so far.
Angel with the lariat.
Very good match here.
It's been nip and tuck, back and forth throughout the evening here.
Dan, I gotta get something clear. Is there any difference between the clothesline and the lariat?
Yes, there is.
Okay, you have to explain that if you got a second.
Real quick, like the lariat is usually from a standing position. Okay. You pivot, you put all your weight behind it. The whole arm almost goes into it. The clothesline, like the Masked Superstar used to use, sometimes you almost drag your opponent down with you.
Oh, look at that back suplex. Well, yeah, you had it from Dan there. That's why they call him the Doctor of Wrestling. He can dissect these moves.
You know, real quick, like for history's sake, Stan Hansen popularized the lariat. The Masked Superstar popularized the clothesline. It's a similar, it has pretty much the same effect. It's all in the technique, Gene.
I understand that. That's very good.
You like the clarification?
That's pretty good, Dan. You must be spending a lot of time in Union lately.
No, it's just an analogy. We'll leave Union in Union.
Oh, look at this now. Angel going for the ride. Ducks it. Oh, double clothesline.
That is a double clothesline.
Thank you. So they're both in motion.
Both men left their feet.
But the bottom line, the end result is both guys are down and out here, and they got a 10 count to get up.
Do you know at one time, way back many years ago, the clothesline was outlawed in the National Football League.
That's right. That's right. It can take your head off.
There were some injuries because of it.
That's right. When those guys deliver it, they can really put a hurt on you. But so can these guys in the ring. These guys don't have any padding or protective equipment on. Body slam coming up here by the Angel.
Angel with the body slam, and now you may be going to...
This may be, well, I don't know, Dan. I don't know if he's coming in position. No, Dion's going to get up, so I don't think he's going to try for that headbutt.
Mighty close, Gene. Oh, he crotched him.
He crotched him, all right.
He crotched him, and you know that
hurts.
I don't know if that was intentional or not, but that closed fist was.
It sure was. Dan, I just heard your echo.
Because you got the house mic on, Gene.
Oh. Well, I got a block so you can't hear anything, see? Look at that suplex by Dion.
Superplex off the top, turnbuckle.
Well, both men are down once again. Once again, each man has a 10 count to get up.
You know, the suplex itself is a very dangerous move, but when you come off in a superplex, it has about 2 to 3 times the effect.
That's right. That's correct.
10 minutes gone by in the match. 10 minutes.
And both of these men are showing the wear and tear of the battle.
Oh, they sure are. Look at Angel fighting back here.
Angel with a series of punches, retaliating and responding.
Goes into that middle rope with that flying elbow.
Put all of his weight behind that elbow smash, G.
He sure did. Tremendous power by Angel. What's he going to do here now? Big body slam coming up here. Yes. Dan, now he has him in position. Dan, he's got him in position now. We're going to see the big headbutt.
One dive hit, but could be coming in.
Dan, if he hits this, it's going to be over. He got him.
He scored.
He sure did. This is going to be it. 1, 2, 3. It's over.
The Black Angel retains the UWF Carolinas title.
10 minutes, 45 seconds. Your winner and still United Wrestling Federation Carolina Heavyweight Champion, the Black Angel.
Hard-fought victory here by the Black Angel, Dan. Dion Johnson was a tough challenger.
That he was. Dion Johnson came up short. He issued the challenge.
He did. Dion put up a good fight, but Angel's still the winner.
Angel accepted.
I think they're going to shake hands here. Good show
There we
of
go.
sportsmanship here. Good show of sportsmanship. That's what you like to see, Dan, sportsmanship. Oh, what is this?
A waist lift power bomb.
He laid him out, Dan.
What the heck did he do that for? Why? What?
Wrong? 1 minute he was shaking his hand, and the next minute he laid him out.
What's the reason behind that?
Manslaughter next week. Hardcore title. Me and you, baby. Let me tell you something. The last time I faced you at way down to high school, I left there with broken ribs and a broken hand. Next time we face each other, next week, you leave there with a broken neck. And don't you forget it.
The complete natural advantage system.